So, bunch of questions I've got for you, but can we just start off with, could you tell us a little bit more about your startup, OurWalls? Can you tell us all about it?
Yes, certainly. So our startup is all about helping landlords take control, particularly private or self-managed landlords. And it's about helping them save time and money. So we've got a platform, cloud-based platform, with a whole range of benefits and features that enable them to do that.
Awesome. Love it. And you, along with myself, won the pitch night here at Creative Cubes.
Yes.
I've benefited massively from winning that. How has it benefited you? What has been your experience?
Yes, certainly. So it's been nearly 12 months, which is scary, right?
Yeah.
And not too far away we were doing the pitch. I think on the surface, the Creative Cubes MyOb sponsorship for 12 months to have 2 seats in this wonderful space, it's given us a home and also a community. But within that, I think what's surprised us a little bit has been the benefits of that community and being able to network and meet others, test ideas, support each other's with our wins, but also when things are getting a bit tough.
100%.
So I think it's certainly not just been the fact that we've had a space that we can call our own. It's also been that great community that surrounded us.
100%. You are most definitely an active player in community. I see you just giving advice and helping people out. You're always someone who you can approach for the catch up for the coffee. What are your thoughts on that in terms of community and being there for people? What are your thoughts?
So it's nice to hear that, so thank you. I definitely feel that's reciprocated with lots of people at Creative Cubes that have helped us along the way. Look, I would classify myself as a curious innovator. And therefore, trying to, if I can add some advice or value along the way, it probably comes out of curiosity, but also trying to share different experiences. And at times, it's just knowing it's about celebrating a win when it comes. And it's about hanging in there when things aren't travelling so well. And I think a saying that resonates with me, it's probably never as good as it feels that it is when things are going well, but it's never as bad as it seems it is when things aren't going so well. So 100%. If you can help, I guess, people celebrate their wins but lift them up when they're battling away, that's a good thing.
100%. Yeah, I've definitely experienced really challenging months from like, oh my God, there's so much pressure, where's the next sale going to come from, all that stuff. And it's just been really helpful to have other people in my community. I can look at them and like, wow, that person is going through a very similar thing to me. I found it super helpful.
Yeah, 100%. And I think also the things that really energise you are the wins. So seeing you and how you've grown. We've had a launch on crowdfunding in terms of wallets. We've had a legal business that's really taking off, and a whole range of different groups around us as part of the cohort that have gone on and are doing some great things.
100%. For me, it just it makes me really feel and think this is totally possible. Like, even if I'm not having a win at the moment, these guys could do it. They're part of my extended network and community. We can all win. Yeah,
and I think that's a great thing about Creative Cubes, because when you're in startup land, it's full on, and it's all very much, you're in that tunnel vision of where things are at, and I think it's great to have that community that you get a sense of perspective and
100%.
And can get energy from those that are around you as well.
100%. So, how about the future? You've had some recent changes in the product, in the platform. What's next steps for you? Yeah,
so we look at the next 12 months for OurWalls. We've certainly learnt a lot in our first 12 months, and we've really got, I guess, very much a clear line of sight on the types of members that we can serve best, and that is the private or self-managed landlords. And we've made a decision to open up our platform for free. So I think we've looked at that and setting that bar of giving as much access as we can. But the other side, which we're focusing on for the next 12 months, is on top of that free membership that anyone can access. It's about connecting with partners. So we've been working really hard behind the scenes, and in recent times have announced a partnership with CGU with a full integration into our platform, which is super cool. And also finance partners. We've got MoneyQuest, we've got Moving Hub as well. So for us, it's about bringing a free platform play where self-managed landlords can do everything they can to save time for it to be convenient, but
Gotcha.
also they can connect with high-value services, including trades.
That's fantastic. Love it. And what have been some of the learnings you've had over the last 12 months? Anything you could pull away, maybe give to somebody else?
Yeah, so I think it's really interesting when you look at sort of validation of market fit.
Right.
That can be a real challenge. So I know, interestingly enough, 1 in 4 residential rental properties in Australia, so around 600,000 out of 2.4 million are privately managed, and but getting to that audience can be very difficult.
Gotcha.
So we've certainly had lots of trial and errors along the way around that, and I think when you look at that, way we've tried to overcome it is really encourage a strong pilot group to come on board. So we've had 150 different members come on board and give us that feedback about our initial feature set. So I think the best lesson I can share is you've got to look to find a pilot group that can give you that feedback as you build some momentum. And I think what came out of that for that group was, hey, it would make much more sense and be much more attractive to us if we could join for free and then have access on pay on demand for the services we need, which aligns with our bigger mission, right? And that is that for those that are connecting with property related services, you pay when you need the service. And that's a change that we're wanting to affect in the industry.
Love it. One last question I had for you is about, I guess, the why behind it all, what you guys are working on. And it's a big question. A lot of the time it comes from some sort of dealing with your own pain point. Your business is almost a fix for that. But what is it for yourself with all the stuff you're doing with OurWalls? Yeah,
so our why is very much around looking to provide a genuine alternative for those that are wanting to manage their own properties, whether they're doing it already or they're interested in doing it. And then very much coming back to moving away from fixed percentages or commissions for property management. So it comes back again that people can choose what services they're looking to pay for and pay on demand. And I think we think that leads to a better result. We're also a supplementary why is around creating better relationships between landlords and tenants. And a lot of our research and feedback's been that the better relationship you have as a landlord with your tenant overcomes a lot of issues before they blow up.
100%.
And so very much we think with a digital platform you can do that in a way that people are connected and aligned with the different activities that you need to do.
Man, for sure. I feel like, at least in my experience, there is a lot of challenging and miscommunications that you have between either the tenant, the landlord, or the property manager. But yeah, if you can fix or improve communication, that's just great outcomes for everybody.
100%. And I think that it does come down to communication. So where you've got, and also looking at different areas. So there might be an emergency where someone needs to attend to something within 24 hours, and you've got a channel of communication for that. But also around, if there's a long-term tenant, some of the things that they would suggest to improve the property that incentivises them for staying there longer. And also just being really clear on the different activities around inspections, around lease renewals, where you've got that communication, there's no surprises, and that leads to a better relationship and outcomes for both parties.
No, that sounds fantastic. I'm all about it.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much
No
for coming
problem.
on.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Myles.